What's up, YouTube? This is the 82-0 podcast. For this NBA What If, how many rings do you think the Orlando Magic get if they would have signed Tim Duncan back in the year 2000? Now, for people who don't know, Tim Duncan, who had come off of winning the 1999 NBA championship, was looking to sign a deal with the Orlando Magic. But Coach Doc Rivers at the time blew this because he told Duncan his family couldn't fly on the team plane. So Duncan, being the family man he is, he backed out. And this is a great what if because Tracy McGrady went there, and we all know his breakout seasons that he had because he was playing on the Toronto Raptors in the late 90s. And in the 2000-2001 season, when he was his first season with the Orlando Magic, that was his breakout year. He put up 26 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. And I think his best season in Orlando was 02-03, where he put up 32 points per game, 6.5 assists, or 6.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 1.7 steals on 45% shooting, 38% from 3. Now, Grant Hill was another one who went to the Orlando Magic. And for anyone who doesn't know, Grant Hill was one of the best superstars in the 90s. He was projected to lead the NBA after Jordan left. He was the leader of those Pistons teams. His best season with the Pistons was actually the 99-2000 season, where he put up 25.8 points per game, 6.6 rebounds, 5.2 assists on 48% shooting. And he would go to the Orlando Magic in the 2000-2001 season, where he would only play 4 games due to injury. And as most people know, he would end up missing a lot of games due to injury. Now, the what if here, I think they would have won at least 2 or 3 championships. And this would have been a great rivalry for the Lakers, because if you look at those Lakers teams in the early 2000s, they didn't have much competition in terms of who was facing them in the East. I mean, the Pacers weren't that good of a team that they played. The 76ers was just Allen Iverson. So what if Tim Duncan leaves and goes to the Magic? You know, that's a great matchup down low with Shaquille O'Neal. And Tracy McGrady is a great matchup with Kobe Bryant. But I don't see Duncan getting as many championships on the Orlando Magic as he did in the Spurs. And the reason for this is, like I mentioned, Grant Hill misses a lot of games in his career. So, had he signed there, he's still going to play 4 games in the 2000-2001 season. And he played 14 games in the 01-02 season. He played 29 games in the 02-03 season. He missed the 03-04 season altogether. In 04-05, he came back and he played 67 games that year, and he made an all-star team. And 05-06, he played 21 games. 06-07, he played 65 games. And then that was his final year on the Orlando Magic. Now you look at Tracy McGrady, we know he had a bunch of injuries, but his injuries came a little later. So he had 4 pretty good years playing for the Magic. He played the 2000-2001 season up until the 03-04 season before being traded to the Houston Rockets. Now, on the Houston Rockets, he had a really good season in the 04-05 season. That was his first season there. He played 78 games. It was really around 05-06 that you saw the injuries, because he played 47 games that year. 08-09, he only played 35 games. So here's what I'm saying. I think Orlando has a really good shot around 2003, 2002, 2004. That's their window of opportunity. And if you look at some of the other guys on the Orlando Magic team, like some of the role players they would have had guys like Mike Miller, Darrell Armstrong, and they would have built a better team as time went on. You look at the 01-02 season, they had Horace Grant, Patrick Ewing. I'm not saying these are like championship caliber role players, but they would have built around them. So I think 2000, 2001, let's say Tim Duncan goes there then. I think I could see them going maybe Eastern Conference Finals. Like I said, they were dealing with Grant Hill's injury. And another factor you got to look at is the coaching, because Doc Rivers is not a Greg Popovich. He's not a very good coach. He blew a 3-1 lead multiple times. So, is he going to have that success with this core, or is he going to blow his opportunities? Another factor I want to point out is Tim Duncan would have had a much better statistical resume, I believe, because you got to understand, playing on the Spurs, Greg Popovich's system is get everyone involved. And he would play Duncan less minutes as he got older. So this is why sometimes you see Duncan's numbers where he's averaging like 19 points, maybe 15 points. You don't see the big picture. On those earlier San Antonio Spurs teams, like say 2001, 2002 season, he was putting up about 25 points per game on this Spurs system. So I think if he goes to Orlando, I could see him putting up 25, 26 consistently. And I could see Tracy McGrady getting 25, 26 points per game. I don't think Grant Hill is going to be much of a factor because, like I mentioned, all the injuries. I think he'll be in and out. But I think they win in 2003. I think they win in 2004. And around 2005, I could see it starting to dwindle. And I'm not even sure Tim Duncan would stay on this franchise. Do you see him playing the rest of his career in Orlando? I know he was a loyal guy on the Spurs, played his whole career there, but do you think he wants to stay in that organization? Because it's not a Greg Popovich organization. So do you see what I'm saying? He's not going to be there for as long as he was on the Spurs, I don't think. And the guys around him break down earlier. So there's not a Tony Parker and a Manu Ginobili to play 14, 15 years with. There's a Tracy McGrady that breaks down around 2009. There's a Grant Hill that breaks down around 2001 all the way up to about 2005. He's missing a bunch of games. So I see them getting their championships around 2003, 2004 maybe. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Thanks for watching.